Place that is called Potocki mill, built in the end of 19th century. In its heyday it was like the biggest mill in the region. It was grinding 50 tons a day, maybe more. Actually looks more like a fortress than a mill. Towers, bricks, quality of brick wall is amazing. Later then in the middle of the 20th century they rebuilt it to be electric station, and it was supplying electricity to the villages and cities nearby. Start of 1990s a fire broke out and destroyed completely wooden floors, other machinery, other stuff. And since then this ex-water mill just standing here, but still remaining a nice place to visit. As I could gather, it was built but with a powerful family, Potocki, one of the most richest families before the revolution of the 1917. Interesting stuff. My first 4x5 photo shoot, my first try of a large format camera was in a place similar like this. It was a little bit smaller than this, but also was quite impressive. I remember that I finished taking 2 shots and then just took a glance to my right and caught a swan, 2 swans in a pond. But I didn't have with me 210 millimeters, only 150 Schneider. But I still took that shot with a large format. I guess if you make a big print, you could see the swans surrounded with brambles and branches of trees in the middle of... I think it was a pretty good shot. Today I scouted location with a 35mm, now have in mind one particular shot that I could use a large format. We will see what will come out of it. Just exposed one holder, and I'm ready to expose another holder because I'm not sure from the previous photo shoot that I changed sheets in this previous folder. I was thinking about like not to risk it, and just will make sure that everything will be all right. And probably next composition I will make vertical. I'm using Vista 45, and it's like Japanese version of famous Lingov camera. I acquired this camera for a really good price, but actually was planning to buy Chamonix wooden camera, but just couldn't reject this offer. Yeah, nice. I think after developing I will see what will play better, a vertical or horizontal shot. Just making sure that I won't miss anything, because film photography is a tricky business sometimes. Well, I guess that's it for this place. It was 22, aperture 22 out of a second. I guess we will see the results together. exposed 2 sheets of Fomapan 100 in a village of Pechera that could roughly be translated as a cave. It's a nice church, wooden, I guess it's from ancient times, but I made a cardinal sin in photography. I started to work in the middle of a day with harsh sun, but what caught my eye in this church, that sun rays were falling on its walls at an angle, and I decided that it was a try to photograph this place. Of course, life isn't the best that could be obtained in this place, but anyway, why not to try? For the first frame I used 150mm Schneider, but then noticed that pine tree was obscuring in my frame a little bit of a building, so I decided to move a few meters from it and used more tighter frame with 210mm. The aperture was around 22 and 1/8 of a second. What's cool when photographing in a bright day, that you could see clearly what you're photographing, because with large format in the sunset and sunrise sometimes it's difficult to see what's in the frame. Of course, I will double this scene with my 35mm to back it up, because with large formats it's always uncertain what I could get.